Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker understands the toll of physical challenges. On the topic of family first, please welcome, from the New England Patriots, Benjamin Watson.
Hello. Hello, CPAC. Good morning. Man, this is exciting, right? My first time being here on this stage. It's great to see all of you. It's an honor, really. I know y'all probably had a long night, so I'm glad that it's full. You know, some of y'all might be tired, but you came out, and I really, really appreciate it. Family first. Family first. This is a country about family first. Now, my job is to play football. That's my day job. But my real most important job is as a husband to my wife, Kirsten, of 14 years. Y'all can clap. And as a father to our 7 children. Yeah, 7. As in 1, 2, 3. Hey, with 7 kids, I got a kid for each day of the week. So I tell my kids, look, each of you have a day of the week you can talk. You can't all talk at the same time because I can't hear all of you. No, it really is an honor to be here. And on the topic of family first, you know, family is really the first form of government, of healthcare, of community, of education. It's where we as parents transfer the social capital that we have from one generation to the next. It's where we teach our children how to digest ideas and create new ones. Here's where we teach our children how to deal with conflict and how to be compassionate, kind, and loving adults. It's in the family that we teach them about our faith and about service and how to demonstrate both of those in their daily actions and interactions. The goal of all this is to raise well-rounded, confident, and capable adults who will become the moms, dads, laborers, and leaders of tomorrow's America. You can clap. Whether we believe it or not, the family will always be the nucleus of civilization and the building block of society. History tells us this. So collectively, I think we have a vested interest in protecting, promoting, and praising the importance of family. Now, all that being said, I will say that the current state of the American family is a perilous one. We have out-of-wedlock births rising. We have divorce. Our families are sometimes crumbling and breaking down. We see this carnage all around us. Family should always be at the center of domestic policy. We should always make decisions that supports families because that's how civilizations remain thriving. I think there are many threats to the family, but there are 3 threats that I want to bring to your attention that we have to address in this day and age. The first one is moral relativism. We are increasingly living in a culture where we do what seems right to us, and in the name of tolerance, no one can tell us any different. This can be seen in many of the evolving social issues that we deal with. Our morality is increasingly being tied to cultural norms instead of transcendent standards. In times like these, some would say we need to return to traditional values. I would say yes, as long as those traditional values are rooted in the soil of truth. I don't necessarily believe in quote-unquote family values, but I do believe in the biblical values that serve as the foundation on which family values stand. Some say that family values are outdated or too traditional for a changing world. To that I say truth never changes, only people's opinion of it. I mean, this is evidenced in the act of driving down the street. You know, there are these white lines that you must stay between, and it's your choice to stay between these white lines, but if you don't, you may suffer the consequences, or all of us may suffer them as well. That's the same way with these biblical values. We have laid out for us a perfect plan for our lives, and when we decide to step out of that, which we all do from time to time, we cannot control the consequences. The second threat I would say to the family is fatherlessness. For a number of reasons, in many different communities, more than 1 in 4 children are living without a father in their home in this country. And studies, make no mistake, studies prove that these children are at greater risk of drug and alcohol abuse, mental illness, teen pregnancy, incarceration. The list goes on and on because a father is not in the house. In spite of your individual circumstances and pressures, men, our roles as fathers extend far beyond conception. And to you women, as marvelous as you are and capable as you are, you should not be parenting alone. Men, we need to be present in the home, showing our children what it means to love and to lead. We are our daughter's first love. And we are our son's first hero. Friends, the American family will continue to suffer until men, acting with courage, honesty, self-control, humility, integrity, characterize what true manhood really is. Our kids will imitate us, for good or for bad. I'll play football, like I said before, and I will not name the team where we were going to this stadium, but I was with the Patriots. We were going to one of our rival stadiums, and as we pulled on the bus into the stadium, I looked out the window, which is what I love to do, to see all the fans there on game day. And on the curb, I saw a father, looked like he was about my age, wasn't as handsome, though. And he was standing there giving us the salute. You know what the salute is, the one with one finger on each hand. But flanked by his sides were 2 children, the same age as 2 of my boys. They looked to be about 6 and 8. And as they imitated their father, they looked up at him as to say, this is what we're supposed to do, Dad, right? Men and women, your kids will imitate you. Use that imitation as a force for good. I would say the third threat that I would like to talk about to the family is the issue of abortion. I believe abortion is the most important human rights issue of our day. Nearly 1 million lives are lost yearly in this country. Human dignity begins at conception and extends all the way to the grave. What greater threat is there to the family than the legal and celebrated extermination of its most vulnerable members? This issue has become political when it should not be. Protecting life and the right to life should be bipartisan in nature. This issue of justice is dividing us in a way nothing in recent history has. And this doesn't have to be the case. Abortion impacts families on many levels. Mothers, fathers, siblings, extended family are all affected. Even now, in this room, in Maryland, at the Gaylord, some of you are quietly suffering, and you feel alienated by your family, by your peers, by your churches. This doesn't have to be. We all have value, whether we are post-abortive, whether we've never had it, it doesn't matter. We all have inherent value. Sometimes things seem hopeless, but there is hope and restoration for all these threats. With God's help, we can properly steward the gift of family that He has so graciously given us. In the year 1885, Frederick Douglass, the formerly enslaved man turned abolitionist and statesman, said this. He said, "The life of a nation is secure only while the nation is honest, truthful, and virtuous." As great as she is, America is not perfect, but her greatness is in her ability to hold honesty, truth, and virtue in high regard and work continuously and tirelessly and together to perfect them. So finally, my encouragement, friends, is simply this. to keep working, to keep working. God bless all of you. Thank you.